a 5-minute conversation I had with him on the phone. We're gonna need a break, which we're gonna take after he's done. I was on the phone with him for 5 minutes and I was like, this conversation's gotta end because he's got me cracking up. Here's a couple things you need to know before Mark comes to the stage. One is he's known D for a long time. 2 is that he's one of the top comedians in New York. He's had the opportunity to work features, headlines throughout campuses and colleges, throughout casinos, all over the place. He's just genuinely a funny guy. One of his most recent accomplishments was he had a chance to work on the film. Been funny, well, nobody's perfect. But D, I don't know what we're in store for. But all I can tell you is he had me cracking up on the phone. Guys, we're in for a treat. Let's give a huge round of applause to Mr. Mark Demayo!
What's up, everybody? How's it going? All right, so like Tim said, my name is Mark. I'm good friends with Derek. We grew up together. We were in the same breakdancing crew together. Derek PC3. That was Kid Fresh. There's probably 50 Kid Freshes in here right now. Right? Who's named Kid Fresh in here? He used to pop. I used to break a little, but I was too tall to break. This sucks when you're too tall to break. So I used to do what's called freestyle dancing. Yeah, that doesn't sound too masculine, right? I was a freestyle guy. And I had a partner. That's not too masculine either, right? His name was Jimmy. And we used to come up with choreographed routines together. Those were our breakdancing days. Derek was kind enough to give me a part in his film. I hope you didn't cut me out. You're freaking pissed. Let me tell my friends about this movie, you cut me out. There's not even a cutting room floor right now. What are you just here in your kitchen, right? Editing? There's no floor no more. You just delete. So what am I doing now? I was a New York City police officer for 20 years, and I retired last June. Thank you. I was a detective for 13 years. I worked in a lot of cool places. I worked in Harlem, 2 different detective squads, 2-4 and 2-6. I worked in the warrant squad. At the end, I worked directly under the chief of detectives. So when I bump into people now, especially the guys I used to work with, they always want to know what I'm doing. They're like, yo, what's up, Mark? What are you doing with yourself? And like I started smoking pot again. That's pretty much it. In case you don't know it, that is every cop's fantasy. When you get close to the end, all you can talk about with your cop buddies is, man, when I retire, I am going to smoke the biggest joint in the world. And that's what I did. Every single day for over a year now. I'm actually trying to quit. You can't smoke pot when you're a cop, you get drug tested. Anybody get drug tested on their job here? Sucks, doesn't it? Even if you don't do drugs, you get nervous. Why? You don't do drugs. Poppy seeds, that's why. Poppy seeds make you nervous, don't they? Because they contain opiates. The NYPD shaves your hair. And the hair goes back a long way. When I was going for my first test, where they were going to shave my hair, I was nervous. Because I didn't know where they were going to get the hair from. I'm thinking, if they shave my chest, my arms, and my legs, I'm not really nervous about those areas that much. I'm not proud of this. But as a grown man, I have shaved those areas from time to time. But there is one spot on my body that I have every hair that I came on this earth with. And if you're a real man, you should have every hair that you came on this earth with. In this one spot. Where is it, pal? Right here, the taint. Your ass. Where your ass begins. Fellas, you can shave this all day. No big whoop, right, ladies? If he wants to put racing stripes, let him go for yours, right? But ladies, if your man has razor stubble back here, He's a freak. No man in his right mind is going back there with a razor. There are major arteries back there. The hair back there should be soft. Should be fine. Should be curly. Should always look sweaty. You know the type of hair I'm talking about. And man, if you took the DNA off that hair, whoo, the stories it would tell. I grew up in the 80s. I did every drug in the 80s. If you're not proud of me, I don't care. I didn't smoke pot for 23 years, damn it, and I loved pot. Can you imagine if they took away something you like doing for 23 years? Everybody likes pizza in here, right? Can you imagine if you couldn't have any pizza for 23 years? And everywhere you went, people were having pizza? And they were having fun when they were having their pizza? Some of them were even kind enough to offer you some of their pizza, but you couldn't have any of their pizza. Because pizza tests positive, that's why. They should legalize marijuana, shouldn't they? And they should make cops smoking. It should be mandatory. Not on duty, but like when you're off duty, cops should have to smoke it. It would make for kinder, gentler police departments, wouldn't it? There would probably be no more police brutality. But I bet you get one hell of a talking to, though. You be sitting there for like 10 hours over a minor offense. At some point, you're gonna snap. You're gonna be like, you know what, officer, really? No, feel free. Just hit me in the head with the nightstick. I gotta get out of here. Maybe for 10 hours over a parking sentence. People get busted smoking pot here in the street in New York City all the time. If you're from New York and you get busted smoking pot in the street, you're an idiot. How did you not spot the undercovers? It's so simple. And if you're not from New York, this is what you got to look out for, okay? If you ever see a black dude, a white dude, an Asian dude, and a lesbian driving around in a minivan, it's a good chance they're undercover cops. 4 people that would never be together in any other situation in life, except that they were undercover cops. The coolest place I ever worked was the warrant squad. If you fail to go back to court in New York City on a felony, the judge issues a warrant for your arrest. If you work in the warrant squad, your job is to hunt that person down, bring them back to justice. Damn it, it's fun, trust me. Now here's the problem. Getting into apartments in the projects. If you're not from New York, low-income housing, because people in the projects never answer their door. And they especially don't answer their door for cops. Because they're smart. Cops always knock on the door like cops, right or wrong. I don't care where you're from. Every single cop knocks on the door the same exact way. I gotta find a good spot. And then they go, police! You're like, really? Who else knocks on the door like that? Nobody in my family knocks on the door like that. None of my friends knock on the door like that. Shh, shut up. Even if you didn't do nothing wrong, you know, I got into every single apartment I ever tried to get into. Because I know how to knock on the door. I grew up in New York City. This is where I used to knock on the door to get into apartments in the projects. It never not worked. It actually got annoying knowing how to do that. So I'd be busy when other teams are racing me over the air. Central, this is Team B. Do you think you can send Demayo over here with the ghetto knock? Demayo, you on the air? We'd like to get you over here with the ghetto knock. It's our first attempt. I didn't even like doing it, man, because I felt bad. I felt bad because I could always see the dude dancing to get to the door in my head. I knew this dude, man. I knew this guy, that's why I showed up at noon. I don't go after a young buck at 5:30 in the morning like these other stupid idiots. He's not even getting home till 5:30. Show up at noon, catch him on the wake and bake. You can always see the dude thinking it's his boy knocking. I know a lot of beats, I'll get you to the door. I can always see the dude like, bam, 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 bam. That's my son. Oh shit! No, it's the detective with the ghetto knock. Go flush the toilet. It's a nice mixed crowd here, huh? I worked in the ghetto most of my career. I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of people who are ghetto and they don't even know they're ghetto. If you get more than a couple of these, you're ghetto and you don't even know it. If you are older than your uncle, you're not supposed to be older than your uncle. There's something wrong with your family. It's always weird when you're older than your uncle, right? Who are you 6 or 8 years older than an uncle? It's always weird. You're walking in. Yeah, it's my Uncle Tommy. Say hi, Tommy. If you've ever returned anything at Dollar Tree, really? Costs $1. It's not even broken, they just need $1 back. If you've ever started a story with, what had happened was, if your church has a roll down gate, it says Iglesia on top. You're in the ghetto. The ATM in your neighborhood gives out singles. If you ain't got no cigarettes, but you got 3 lighters in your pocket right now, you know who you are. If you owe anybody less than $5, it's always somebody born at $3.50, really, till payday. Like, you get work here. If you've ever gone swimming in anything other than a bathing suit, it's almost if somebody at the beach in their underwear. Like, how did you get here in your underwear? It's almost a girl at the beach in her bra. I'm not talking about a cute Victoria's Secret B-cup bra. I'm talking about one of those Grandma Triple D torpedo cream color bras. She's got cut-off sleeves and clear jelly shoes on. I see her in your head right now, right? Running in and out of the water with the kids, having more fun than anybody else. How did you get here in your underwear? I turned 46 last month. I don't recommend it. Anybody celebrating a birthday? Happy birthday. You? DJ? J-Dub. Happy birthday, J-Dub. Happy birthday, everybody out there. Like I said, I turned 46. Sucks. Dating at 46 sucks. Every girl I meet is insane. This last girl I was with was nuts. Oh, I want to meet your family. When am I going to meet your family? I still don't meet your family. Here's the thing. My family's crazy. I told her 1,000 times. But she kept insisting and nagging, so one night I had a couple in me. So just for a goof, I bring her over the house. I'm like, honey, come on in here. Don't forget you asked for this. That's my family. That's my wife. Those are my kids. You happy now, eh? Messed everything up here? Get out of here, homewrecker. I'm married 23 years. That's a long time, huh? Anybody talk that? It's a long time, 23 years, man. My wife still looks good. Beautiful. She works out every day. She's got a great body. You know, sometimes I watch her walk around the house. I'm like, man, I wish I could have sex with her. I like to do nice things for her, though. So when she comes home from work, I leave. So that makes her happy. I've been trying to get on this show, Wife Swap, for the last 5 years. I submit a tape every year, they never call me. You ever see the show? They give you a new wife for a week. And the idiots they pick for the show fight with that new wife for a week. I never got that part. I'm like, yo, put me on the show, man. I'm married 23 years. Yo, give me a new wife for a week, buddy. Guess what? I'm banging her a lot. And good luck trying to get any off of mine. I get sex on the holidays, that's it. Last year I got chipped because Father's Day and my birthday fell on the same day. Try explaining that to your wife. You know what she says to me? Well, why don't we just do it twice? She's just being cute. She knows I can't do it twice. I'm 46 years old, I suck in bed, and I don't care. I tell girls up front, I say, listen, sweetheart, if you don't come when I come, you come when I come back. If I had to do it all over again, I'll be honest with you, I would never get married. I'm sorry to say that, ladies, but I would definitely get engaged. The best sex you'll ever have in your life, fellas, is right after you get engaged. From the time that you give them the ring until the time you say, I do, that period, that arm, whatever you want to do to them. They let you do. They're so happy because of the ring. Whatever you want. If I had to do it all over again, I would just get a dozen rings and give them out. It's something about the ring. Guys don't get it. It makes the girls nuts. They get to show off to their friends. I used to be a waiter. If I seen this once, I've seen it 1,000 times. When the girls get the ring, they take their girlfriends out for dinner and they surprise their girlfriends. It always goes down something like this. She gets the ring, she's going to take them out to dinner. At the end of the night, she picks up the tab. And as the girls are leaving, right before the last girl's out the door, she goes, wait, before you girls go, I got a surprise! And all the girlfriends come back, they're like, what? And she shows them the ring. She's like, I'm getting married! And the girls go nuts. They're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. They hug her and they kiss her. And it's a real beautiful thing, man. You ever have a chance to see that, man? The engagement announcement. When women do it. You ever see when a guy announces his engagement? I've seen that 1,000 times too. The most depressing thing you'll ever see in your life. Usually out drinking with your friends, and on this particular night you chose to get extra drunk. The type of drunk your best friends are going to leave you behind drunk. And right before the last man's out the door, you're like, wait! Before you guys go, man, I got some bad news! And all your friends come back, they're like, what's the matter with you, bro? You've been bugging out all night. I'm fucked up, man. And your friend's like, what are you talking about? What do you need? Oh, fellas, I'm getting married. And your friend's like, you can't get married, just give us the deposit for Cancun, you idiot. And at some point they feel bad because they're your boys, so they line up like at a funeral. And they give you a pound, they're like, don't worry, it's gonna be okay. I'm here to tell you it's not gonna be okay, David. Married 23 years, I had 7 dudes at my wedding party. My 7 best friends. Haven't seen those guys in 23 years. Because those are guys I used to have fun with. And a woman's job is to separate a man from fun. Whenever there's fun, they gotta seek it out in the street. You girls pay us back, though. This is how I get sex in my house if I'm lying and dying. I kind of hover around once a month. I don't know why, I just feel like it's a day she's going to be nice to me. And at some point, I guess she can feel me breathing on the back of her neck. So she'll say something really sexy and romantic like, all right, let's just get it over with. I'm a comedian, so I made a joke out of it. I'm like, hey, you want to just get it over with? Last month she goes, okay, but make it quick. Haven't had sex in a month. How long do you think I'm gonna last? I paid her back though, and I'll end on this. You always play games when you're together with somebody for a long time. I walked past a laptop at my house, and I noticed that my wife's Facebook page was open. And I noticed that on her Facebook page, look at how nervous the girls get. On her Facebook page, she had liked the fan page of this actor called Joe Maniglio. If you watch True Blood, he plays the werewolf, Alcide. He's also been in that movie, Magic Mike. I know the dude because I watch True Blood once in a while. And I know that me and this dude are the same exact height. And we share the same dark features. I'm thinking to myself, if I grow my beard out, miss a haircut or two, I can look similar to this guy. And if I can look similar to this guy, I can destroy her whole fantasy. And that's what I did. I win. She hates the dude now. She's not watching True Blood this season because he reminds her of me. Every morning I go in for a kiss, and she's like, why don't you just say that? Like, because Joe has it. Like, come on, I don't look like him now? Thank you guys so much for your time. You all can do better than